Grand Rising, good people. Let me make sure my mic is on. Oh, and it's not. Grand Rising, good people. We're going to touch on the Thomas Crooks situation. We got Dave Portnoy. We got an interview from, we're going to tap into Nick Fuentes, some things that he was discussing on his show. Nick Fuentes may be bringing the races together. Nick Fuentes may be the most sound voice in the room when it comes to a lot of these race issues and discrimination that we're talking about. And for them to call him a racist, an anti-Semitic, a misogynist, we may be surprised based on what we're getting ready to hear from him. So as you're joining, please make sure that you like, subscribe, but most importantly, maybe even share the chat, or share, I should say, the show with some friends. Throw it in your group chat. That's what I did. I threw it in my group chat. Y'all know the more the merrier, the more different perspectives we can have in the room, in the building. It's going to allow us to grow, hear everybody out, and us become more well-rounded when we're having these conversations in our bubble and beyond. Glabo, you good in the back, baby?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got Glade tapping in.
Yes, Glade.
Turn the music off. No need for that anymore. Antonice in the building. I see Antonice somewhere. Hold on. Let me start from the top. Critical in the building. Shout out to Critical. Good morning. Critical had me going down a rabbit hole with the Dulles brothers, exploring some book called The Brothers, and I was watching a bunch of videos on the author. We're gonna need to. This is what I need from you, Critical. A more compact, like a more compact bio or summary, if you have one. I couldn't find one over the weekend, and the shorter videos, the ones that we were gonna play, I don't think that it did a good enough job of describing it. And I'm talking about, for anybody that's ever landed in Washington, D.C. or the surrounding area, that Dulles Airport, who it's named after, these two brothers. So they were responsible in a lot of these covert missions that we've become so used to. It's almost like a very Jason Bourne type of thing. And I guess at the time they weren't sure how a lot of these things that they were doing would impact the world overall. But that's just on the whole Dulles. That if you've heard Critical Thinking mention that before, if you've seen him mention that in the chat, that's what we're referring to right now. So we're gonna have to. I'm gonna need your help unpacking that one. I'm gonna need your help. Shout out to Steve in the building.
Big Steve.
Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. Shout out to Finn tapping in. Good afternoon. Shout out to Finn.
Big fan.
Hope you're well and had a productive yet restful weekend. That's how I would describe mine. How was yours, Glay?
Yeah, same, man. I'm recharged. Feels good. I can't believe it's Monday already, though. Thanksgiving is next week, right?
Wow, it is next week.
It's next week, Glay. Make sure the
It
turkey.
is next week.
Make sure the turkey. Oh well, make sure the vegan turkey.
I may go back to, bro. I think I've decided I'm going back to.
There's nothing wrong with that.
To meat and fish, yeah.
It could have been a phase. That's okay.
Yeah.
It was a phase. That's okay.
Yeah. Yo, my dad was telling me one of my bros was doing it. Jude.
Okay.
He's the head of our alumni chapter. And my dad was asking him, like, yeah, you still doing that vegan stuff? He said, nah. He said something. I forget what my dad said. He'll probably write in the text or text me. He said, yeah, I don't do that silliness anymore. Like, said something like that. Like, yeah.
Just carried you.
Yeah. Sometimes, man, the way I've been looking at these steaks and all type of, I saw some bacon come out for somebody yesterday. We were at Soho. I saw somebody have some bacon and eggs, and I was just like, yeah, I was about to take up that damn plate.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
man. And Steve said he really did. Yeah, I had a restful weekend as well. Strong Fam Values. Gotta like that name. Strong Family Values. Strong Fam Values. Morning. Good morning. Shout out to Unc tapping in. Grand Rising. Good morning to all. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I hope it was as productive for you. As you are one of family, peace, and blessings to all. Good morning. All right, tapping in early. Ah, man, it's always dope seeing people. This is what I was talking. Antonice in the building. Good morning, y'all. Listening and getting ready for work. Shout out to Antonice. BK got something for you, man. BK putting together this this panel for this evening show a little bit.
Oh
Well, yeah,
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 yeah.
for sure. Yeah, we're gonna
Uh-huh.
get some get you guys to see some me and Dak just in see how versatile we are, how we can pivot and just hit something else in the afternoon with the same intensity, but with the same standards and the same ethics and core values at the same time.
So basically, we're letting y'all know we're gonna be talking about a whole bunch of BS, not the political stuff, not more of a casual, sports, little
Little wind
culture.
down type
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you still do the wind down Wednesdays?
We haven't done it now, so that's gonna have to be an evening vibe. That's the
Okay.
evening vibe, and the
Okay.
evening vibe was different than the wake up. So I like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Cool.
that'll definitely be good. My dad texted me. He said I stopped that foolishness. That's what he said to him.
Okay. Gotcha.
Dang, so he just completely turned on it. Like, damn, now. Shout out to Professor Dr. King tapping in early. Good morning, all. Oh man.
Nice.
All right, we got Jim B. Morning, all. It's going to be an awesome day. We're all blessed to be here. Shout out to y'all, and I see Motown in the building. Shout out to Motown
Go
Mojo. Good morning,
town.
beautiful
Yeah.
people. Been sick last week. Been sick last week, but back at it. Like and tell a friend. That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, so I think we got the Dulles Bros, Fast and Furious. Hold up. So Condra knows about the Dulles Bros. I was just getting BK. All right, we're gonna have to definitely dive into it. I just need
Okay.
I couldn't find a documentary. What I was watching is there's a author wrote a book on the Dulles brothers and their impact that they've made. And like one was they had very high ranking positions, but I just was listening to him talk about it. Like I couldn't find a documentary, something that we'd be able to tap in here. But make sure y'all like. We're getting ready to get into the topics. Like. We got this is
That's the airport, and that's an airport, isn't it?
Dulles, Washington Dulles.
Okay, got you. Got you.
All right, so let's start with this Dave Portnoy piece because that's
Okay.
to set the tone on where things are and where we get into with the Nick Fuentes conversation. And then we'll probably finish off with Tucker last. That's the longer video. I'm on Thomas Crooks. So Thomas Crooks is obviously the person that was on the rooftop in Butler, Pennsylvania, that took a shot at Trump, hit him in the ear, allegedly, I should say. And allegedly, or I guess he was already found guilty of it. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting part as well. He was cremated like a week later or something. It's some weirdness around it. So we're gonna look at that. But
Mhm.
gotta talk a little bit about anti-Semitism. We got to talk about how Nick Fuentes calls out both cancel culture and calls out the racism amongst the Democrats and the Republicans. Yes, that's right. Nick Fuentes calling it out. We got an interesting video of Eric Adams that's going to factor into all this. But let's start with this Dave Portnoy video. He did an interview after, I guess, going through some anti-Semitic experience outside of a pizza shop that he was getting ready to do a review.
Oh,
So
I
let me
saw
share
this.
that. You saw this one?
I think so.
Yeah.
He
Why are you
always
laughing though?
he always beefing with somebody outside their restaurant. Like I don't know if I'm just catching the clips, but he always got some smoke with some owner, some small business owner.
And this is what a lot of people are saying. Like, this is coming from Dave Portnoy. It's kind of funny, but I mean, yeah. I guess
Okay.
hey, it's when you're in that position where it's all hands on deck right now. It's all hands on deck right now.
Yeah, this like the opposite of Keith Lee, I heard. Like
Keith Lee? Who's
yeah,
Keith Lee?
oh no way. Yeah, the Keith Lee's the guy with the black guy with the dreads that goes to the restaurants and
Oh
taste test
I
the
know you're
food.
talking about. Yep, I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah. He
So
got a big platform.
big
Yeah, I'm about to
platform,
say he
like
grew his platform. Yeah,
all
I
the
know
way up.
exactly what you're
Like
talking about.
I think I just saw an Amex collab he just did with American Express for
Oh,
restaurants during the holidays. So yeah, he's really up there. He goes outside the country. He be in France. He goes a lot of different places. But this guy's like on that type of time. But every time I see him, he like in a beef outside the spot, spitting the food on the floor. So yeah, I'm interested to see this video. I actually didn't see this one.
yeah. I mean, he was roasting his when he told his colleague or his employee like shut the F up. Like he was clowning them
Yeah,
live
that's
on
his
TV.
energy.
Yeah,
That's
that's
his
his energy.
energy.
That's his
Yeah.
energy. So a lot of people already going into it looking at it like, man, nobody wants to hear about Dave Portnoy cry
Yeah.
victimhood. But let's
It's the
take a look.
Barstool's owner, correct? That's
It's
where
Barstools. Yep.
success from. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
already on that type of time.
Yep. That's what
Yeah.
he's about to be asked these questions. Let's look into this.
I mean, occasionally you get, hey, kike or Jew or whatever. It's every day now. Like, there's a definitive shift in what's going on.
That loud
So,
enough?
Yes. Now for me, being a Jewish
me.
person, like you got to step up. You're kind of someone people look up to in the Jewish community. You have to be like, all right, this is not normal, ha ha, with the guys. People are coming in with real hate.
How do you explain that line to people?
It's a tough one, and sometimes they always don't get it.
And just last week, a man was arrested for using an anti-Semitic slur at Portnoy while he was taping a video in Mississippi.
The success of Barstool and yourself is based on not being afraid to offend, right? Speech is speech, a joke is a joke. Do you see a connection between what you unleashed and what you now have to deal with?
No, because I think Barstool and myself has always had a pretty good moral compass. So we've never stood for hate or anything of that.
You're not feeling it?
Do I think that feminists should complain about a Diet Coke can being skinny and that somehow is like leading to a eating disorder by Diet Coke having a skinny can? That I think is crazy. And there are things that I think people get far too worked up, like he, she, verbs, like crazy to me. Making jokes that you are trying to hurt people's feelings and are based in hate, that's never flown with us. I never.
What are your thoughts on this, man? You believe in it? Is it believable? Why are they putting Portnoy out here? Does anybody have any sympathy in general for Portnoy? Because a lot of people are going to look at it, and maybe if somebody else was being used as the example, they'd have a little bit more sympathy. But with Portnoy, a lot of people probably not going to have that type of energy.
I'm glad because he goes around trolling all day. Like, you know how ready somebody in Asian skin or in black skin is prepared to hear chink or in with the hard R? Like, you got to get off of that, bruh. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't all of a sudden, like, it's all fun and games until somebody says something like that. You know what I mean? Until hands are getting put on you, you can't really be on no type of time like that. So I don't know, man. You know, I don't know if there are threats being involved, but until it just get on something where you feeling threatened for your life, I'm not saying I condone the behavior because I think all around the trolling is childish to begin with. But he is in a trolling atmosphere. If you go to his Twitter when they're talking about games and things of that nature, bruh, he's trolls athletes, trolls coaches, trolls people. So it's really difficult for you to just sit here and say that people are overreacting when you're not taking into account how their feelings are based on the things that you're choosing to make huge clickbaity stuff about. But then when it comes to the things that you feel like you can exemplify are too much, then all of a sudden everybody should take those things seriously and they should be sitting in jail and now, et cetera, et cetera. So it's so convenient to just be able to be on that emotional type of time. I think he's emotional. I think he's showing too much emotional. If he was really on that type of freedom of speech thing, and I believe if I'm not mistaken, that's one of the things that I do rock with Myron Gaines from the Fresh and Fit podcast. I'm not the hugest fan of him anymore. I used to like him, but I think he's just gone off the deep end with a lot of the stuff he says. But he's always been an advocate for freedom of speech, regardless of what side of the fence you've been on. So when I hear that neutrality when you're speaking, when I do hear you getting back and forth, I know at the end of the day, you want the same platform or the positioning as somebody else can have. So if they can drop the hard R, well, shit, you going like, you know what I'm saying? Allow people to be that if that's what you on. Now, if you're not on that, then cool, I can understand that thing. But Barstool is built off of trolling people all day long, and then now it's too much. Shut up. Like you're not the notary guy to speak up about this stuff. Like do what DJ Khaled did and don't say nothing. Focus on the brand and keep it moving.
The fact that he got an interview for this, the fact
Yeah.
that somebody's interviewing you because somebody said F the Jews and threw some coins at you is pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty wild. And I think that that's the whole point of all this. I think when people who have the perception of being the bully, of us always walking on eggshells when it comes to them, and a lot of this we created, this sense of entitlement when it comes to anything around Jewish people, anything around Israel, where we got to watch what we say, where we can't make certain jokes. Like we say this all the time. I remember we joked on the last show where it's like sometimes when you're getting ready to say the word, like your volume could be up here, but then you say Jewish. Like, you know what I mean? It's like we already feel that. So now for y'all to be making such a push, and we know that it's been happening since October 7th because you're just trying to paint this narrative as if the whole world hates Jewish people, and nobody's buying into it because we see y'all as the most powerful and influential people. We see President Trump bending the knee to y'all. We see every organization bending a knee to y'all. Y'all trying to bully anybody that will say anything about you, to the point where you get a young kid like that who's just going to be willing to crash out because they're tired of perhaps seeing all the privilege that you're given. Perhaps they're tired of saying one thing, but then being okay with committing a genocide against Palestinians. Like the energy is not the same. You want everybody to look at y'all as this protected, chosen type of group, but then the things that you're doing, especially when it comes to American support, people are just not going to be sympathetic. Like, so what? Yeah, somebody threw some coins at you, said a word to you. Like now you get an interview. Now you get a 8-minute interview or however long this entire interview was just to complain about how anti-Semitism has gotten out of hand. Can you imagine how privileged you have to be when it comes to your group to where anti-Semitism or racism is getting out of hand when somebody throws pennies at you and says F you? Like that just shows everything. Like oh my God, it's getting out of hand. They threw pennies at Dave Portnoy and interrupted his Barstool pizza review. Like that just goes to show you how privileged, certain people are when it comes to all this.
And this is the guy that goes around in, I won't say praise because he does give positive reviews too, but I just want everybody to know, as much as he tours, this is a very successful guy in the limelight most of the time, goes to small businesses, takes bites of their pizzas and gives them 2 stars, tanks their businesses and laughs about it, gets clips on TikTok. The same dude is crying about somebody taking his school lunch, and he wants everybody to know. Get out of here. I discredit everything he stands for even accepting this compensation, for even accepting this spotlight, this headlight. You emotional. What's the battle rap guy? Look at you, emotional. Like
Lux, I think
look at you, emotional. Like that's the energy I'm getting off of him. He lost all his credibility when he took this, and I'm officially done with this guy.
Damn. All right.
I'm done.
Yeah. I think it's sometimes it is the messenger as well. Like you can't be the big bully, and then be upset when some energy comes your way and it's some weak energy, not anything serious. Like
it wasn't even nothing that you really had to stand on. Like Cats was gonna clip up and have you look in a type of way. Like you ain't even really splashed like you could have splashed. Like you could have whipped out a couple of Hunyans and you just beat it, like smack that joint across his head or something. You went in here and made a whole situation. It's just giving soft. And see, once again, we see how, guys, money don't make you don't put an S on your chest. Money doesn't necessarily give you the energy that you need. Money just be money, and that's just all it is. And let's always leave it there, because as you see, this guy who got more money than the people in the crowd looking at him, when it all comes down to him, where he could possibly stand on business, he ain't stand on business. What? Don't call him to support anti-Semitism. He's not the one, because we saw what he did. he folded. He could have rearranged somebody's jaw. He could have really made a clip off this guy. Cuz did some weak, soft shit. I don't even want to hear about. He's not the person we need in the trenches to defend our people. If that's y'all's guy, get him out of here.
Yeah,
get him out of here.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. He I just don't think. I think he would have been better off just not even making it a big deal.
Absolutely.
You know, just been better off not making it a big deal. He's not going to put himself in a position. One, I don't think he felt threatened violently. So, you know, obviously he's not going to do anything, and probably that wouldn't be the good thing to do anyway. That wouldn't be the good thing to do anyway. But it's just more, I think, the resentment that's being created around people embracing such a victim mentality when you have the upper hand in so many areas. It's like, oh, now you're starting to see some of this racism or whatever else you want to call it. And it's at the time where nobody's even feeding into it anyway. People are tired of it. Like, nobody wants to hear about all that racism stuff. Like, it's
that's what we heard. How long did we hear this?
Yeah, like I don't even want to hear it. Like, oh, it's race. Like, even when I hear something, even if I'm going through it, if I'm going through a situation, I'm hesitant to say, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, that's because of that. Just because it's just played out. It's been
abused. It's been abused. Y'all done BLM the thing.
Yeah.
So
I got the fatigue. It's the fatigue.
I got the fatigue. So you got to come a little bit tougher nowadays. If that one's not strong enough, that foundation is not strong enough, because we've allowed it to just be trampled with a bunch of wolves dressed in sheep clothing. So now that's clearly hasn't been enough in the past couple years. I don't want to all of a sudden hear it now for another group of people that ain't been working. So y'all told Cass to be quiet. Y'all told Cass to, we don't want to hear that no more. Okay, bet. Just keep the same energy when you come around too, sir. Because I'm sure you was one of them ones. If we go back and see you in any clips that was telling another group of people to hush, I suggest we just start trolling him and start tagging Barstool in there.
I think that's what's happening.
Oh, that's what
I think that's why he's getting trolled. I think because Portnoy is seen as such an asshole. I think that's why a lot of people bringing energy to him. I think that's what's happening.
That's that troll energy. Love to see it. He's soft. Good to see.
All right, I'm staying on the same topic, but a little bit differently. Did you see this clip? Did you see this clip of Mayor Eric Adams?
Ain't this your man's from the up top?
I can't even front. This was my man's. This was my man's. This was embarrassing, bro. This was embarrassing to see Eric Adams, and it's just like, it's so opportunistic in my opinion.
The timing is impeccable.
He just lost to Mamdani.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, because so I was one of those people when Eric Adams started, like when he stepped up for New York City and he made that comment. I don't know if you've heard it, where it was like a city council meeting and he was saying like, yo, this is going to destroy New York City. This issue, bringing in all the migrants, because New York City couldn't support it. You know, so they're bringing in all these people, having these sanctuary cities or whatever they're calling them, bringing in all these people, and it's killing the city. They don't have the resources. You know what I mean? It's making it harder for the actual people that live in the city. When he said that, it went against all the democratic principles. So he was essentially like, I don't want to say turning his back, but because he was stepping up for New York City, that was something that was going to be perceived as something like an attack on the Democratic administration. You know what I mean? Like, you're criticizing, you're saying the policies that are aligned with what the Democrats are pushing is going to destroy New York City. So once he did that, that's when this investigation came out against him. It seemed like Donald Trump's organization was, taking him under the wing. He was going on Fox. I guess he couldn't get on the more liberal stations, but a lot of people were turning his back on him. But then to bring it full circle to this, it was just a little bit like, come on, bro, this is disappointing. Like,
this is the joint Floyd. Was Floyd outside?
This is the Floyd Mayweather effect, man. Like, but with Floyd, I'll give you, this may be an insult when it comes to Floyd, but
okay.
I can't say that I don't think Floyd is. I don't know. It just doesn't bother me as much. Like, when Floyd does it, I'm just looking at it like,
it must be some money involved.
But when, I don't know. And that's not an excuse for Floyd. If anything, that's me just showing how I look at Floyd, like where I hold him, like in
I
regard.
expect nothing less from you, Floyd.
Floyd,
Yeah.
like as an athlete, I hold you in the highest regards. But when it comes to
Anything else?
outside of that,
Anything else?
you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
not taking it too personal.
Yeah.
But it's the same feeling. Floyd probably went over to Israel, had a good relationship with a few people, and that set the tone on how he looks at the entire situation. So now he's running around saying, I always support the Jewish people, all this other stuff. Yeah, but you're only supporting it based on your personal experience. It's kind of like when I have a bunch of Jewish friends that are very nice to me that, you know, I'm appreciating the culture, appreciating all these things. And this actually happened with me. You know what I mean? Like a lot of my closest friends, a lot of the people that were helping me the most, but I can't allow that personal relationship to determine how I look at this overall issue that is clearly a problem, because that's when you get into all that tokenism. Like, oh yeah, you just a token.
Yeah,
he treats me nice. You know,
Yeah,
Massa treats me. You know, that type of mindset. So
I see what you mean.
yeah, let's get into it.
My male team here in Israel, and as I finish, I wanted to come back here to Israel and let you know that I serve you as the mayor, but I want to continue to have the title that's more important to me than anything. I'm your brother. Thank you.
It's more important to you than anything that you're their brother? Like, damn, bro.
Yo, I'm fucking with the energy.
Oh no! Come on.
No, also,
Nah. Come on, bro.
No, I'm fucking with the energy because cats really be doing this. This joint looks wild.
Nah, bro.
I'm not gonna hold you. This looks so wild to me. To throw on a. Can you imagine somebody
You just about to say Kofi too?
No,
I heard that.
No, I wasn't. Can you imagine a cat throwing on a dashiki just to show his?
Yeah, the Democrats did it. You don't remember when they dressed up and took a knee?
No,
they had the kente cloth. Somebody said
you gonna have to send me that clip, bro.
You don't remember when? Hold on.
No.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yo, this
Democrats
is crazy.
Where kente cloth. Hold on. I'm serious, bro.
Yo, somebody sent my inward.
Hold on. I got it. You don't remember when they took a knee, bro?
No, you gotta pull that up, bro.
I'm pulling it up right now.
This joint is more entertaining than any comedy.
Can you see it?
Who's that?
That's Nancy Pelosi. That's all of them. They know this is what they did for George Floyd. They threw on the kente cloth, bro. Hey, see, now you're doing too much.
Oh my god! I ain't never seen nothing like this.
You never saw them with the kente cloth on?
That do look more familiar. I ain't gonna lie, that looks familiar, bro.
Yeah, man.
Bro, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
This really be getting cats going?
Shows solidarity.
Yo,
cats they did this, and this is why. This is
fraud,
the folk continue to vote for the Dems, man. This is
fraud,
why. But all of this stuff, man. Whether it's Eric Adams, whether it's like going out of your way to appeal to certain people, like just treat people well. Just don't be a dick to people. Don't be a whatever. But when I see Eric Adams going over there, and it's just opportunistic. It's just like you got Mamdani, and to me, it feeds into all the BS. It feeds into all the fear mongering when you talk about a Mamdani being the mayor of New York City. To me, it was just corny. It was just a corny move, a political move. And I don't think that a lot of these politicians understand that there's a shift. Like, we're moving away from the political BS. Like, people are not just accepting Eric Adams now all of a sudden going to Israel and saying like, "Oh my God, Eric Adams stands with the people." Like we see the play. This is getting me upset at Israel as well. Like I'm not just upset at Eric Adams. Like I'm upset with Israel. Like that's the resentment that it creates because it's like, damn, like you doing
exactly.
It's like y'all going out of your way to try to make Israel look appealing to certain groups of people. So therefore, the people that follow Eric Adams, now they're going to look at the situation, the genocide that you're committing and be more favorable about it. Now more people are going to vote to be okay with having our tax dollars sent over so we can kill more Palestinian kids and women. Like that's what all this is about.
Yo, this to me, that when I tell you it removes any bit of seriousness that I could have ever taken. And just that you just bring Meg Thee Stallion through. Like just do what the Dems do. Like it's just out of pocket for y'all to just think cats is this slow to be like, oh yeah, like go grab a few cats, tell them to throw the yarmulke on, tell them to kiss the ring. It's up, it's stuck. Like this is wild for you. And people who falling for that is just wild, bro. But they must be working.
And you know what else
think it's working?
It's definite. Well, I don't know. It's working. I don't know what the goal is, so it's hard to tell if it's working or not. If it's working as far as appealing to more Americans, then absolutely it's not working. And one thing, even a situation like this, where I remember the first time I put on a yarmulke. I was a bar mitzvah, bro. Hold on. Hey, that's beside the point, though. That's beside the point.
Okay. Let me mute it up, man. I
just had to put it out there. Just I don't want any pictures coming out, and then y'all looking at me crazy. But it was a bar mitzvah. It was not in Israel. It was a bar mitzvah in Miami Beach. However, let me explain. Something totally different. All right, totally different. All right, come on, bro. Tighten up, bro. So when people put on, I noticed this about the Jewish culture, bro. People will put on a yarmulke, but I've never seen like a Jewish person put on something of somebody else's religion and embrace their religion. So now I'm over here thinking about it like that. Hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. That's what people start saying when they trying to justify. Put on the first time I put on that, I did feel, bro. I did feel a special power come over me. Maybe it's just because I was in Miami and that's the energy down here. But let me you on mute, bro.
I said I ain't even mad. I'm glad you kept it a bean because honestly, we need to know how you felt, bro. I just want to know how you felt.
Look at my boy Vaughn. That was trying to. I'm being honest. To a certain point, that's exactly just like if I went to a mosque, I would wear Muslim attire. You know what I mean? I would abide by the Muslim rules.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to make it better.
You ironing these sheets right now.
Nah, I don't. I put on the yarmulke.
Okay.
To the point where my boy, he's like, yo, you don't gotta wear it. You sure? Like he was looking at me because I'm the only
your man that was there.
Yeah, my bro. Like that was like, my bro.
Okay.
That still is my brother. Still is my brother. So I'm not upset about putting the yarmulke on. What like I put a gang flag on. We talking like, when I first put that blue rag on, I knew.
The energy is crazy.
But no, man, we moving on, bro.
Okay,
we moving on. The point is that people, like, you can overly respect something, or just like when you do too much to show that a group is special or a group is entitled, all this other stuff, it can backfire to a certain point. And this is what I see Eric Adams doing. So I can't call him out without acknowledging when these pictures come out, man. I'm gonna try to find a picture of me in the yarmulke. But
Somebody said, Devin said, "Did you get a bag in that motion?"
Jewish people be having that
Give
money.
Betty.
You got to watch out. You say that. Honestly, that somebody will take that and label that as anti-Semitic. Jewish people be having that money. That's the whole point of all this stuff. Nah, I didn't get a bag, bro. I didn't get a bag, man. I tell you what, if we were on here talking about the opposite stuff and like pushing really like pro-Israel stuff, then I guess we could get a bag.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if y'all hear me, if stuff starts going left, then
you gonna switch up.
Y'all see, where's my yarmulke at, man?
Oh,
I got one in here somewhere.
You ain't going that hard.
Tomorrow I'm popping up with the
He's not going hard like
all right, we're moving on, bro. Come on, you distracted me. All right, so speaking of this whole thing, we're gonna keep the energy. We're gonna keep the energy right here. But this is what I was joking about with a little bit earlier, saying that Nick Fuentes, well, not joking, but perhaps Nick Fuentes is the answer that we need on a lot of this anti-Semitism, racism talk. He's bringing, I wanted to use this one because there's no cursing. All right, bear with me being in the corner of this video, just because this is the only edited video that I have. Since it's BK and I can't put myself in the corner and cover it. But this does look a little strange. I just don't want all the cursings in it, the ones with Nick cursing, so I'll use this one. Somebody said 7,000. Yo, chill out, yo. Now y'all gonna start. Now every time I say something, if I say something positive about
they gonna say he got Cat got a super chat.
Damn, look at him. Ever since I knew he changed, man. Ever since he put on the
he started getting a super chat.
Yeah. Oh, they summoned me. They summoned me. I have gotten a summon. I have. Well, let me not. Let's get to the video.
Here. So Dasha Nekrasova got fired by Hollywood for hosting an anti-Semitic person that says Jews run Hollywood. Insane. But we all know this is how it goes. We all know this is the way it works. And you have to consider the following. When Trump got elected, there was this feeling that cancel culture was over, right? Am I wrong in saying this? A year ago, I think you could even say it was the consensus that comedy had been legalized and cancel culture is over, and a spirit of liberalization, and by that I mean openness, had come to America, that we'd emerged on the other side.
Oh, the whole time I was on mute?
Yeah, use me.
Good. I just wanted y'all to see what Steve said. See? Steve said that I'm good.
Oh my God.
Steve said that I'm good, man. Steve said that there's a difference. Don't put me in the same category as Eric Adams, bro. I'm showing respect. You know what I mean? All the pandering as a politician, but let's keep going. See, there's a reason I was on mute. Let's keep going.
Of the woke, cancel culture, political correctness, the peak of that, which might have been reached, let's say, arguably in 2022 or 2023. And this had a lot to do with Elon acquiring Twitter and other things. But what we have seen ever since then is that was really just half the story. Cancel culture did not end. It ended about certain topics. You have license to be cruel to brown people. Am I wrong? That's what that meant. When people said cancel culture was over, it meant that you can say offensive things about black people again, about brown people, about Muslims. And our Republican Party and our Republican government and the conservative movement was willing to look the other way. They said, now we're willing to tolerate cruelty and abuse and stereotypes and jokes and offensive things and maybe, a degree of identity politics from white people and against non-whites, the third world, Muslims, barbarians, even about women. J.D. Vance said that it's liberal cat ladies. It's white liberal cat ladies that he hates the most. They're the biggest problem. So they tolerated all this offensive stuff against every other group. But what was happening all the time is that, of course, the deal is that you could never criticize the Jews in Israel. So the left can hate on white people, the right can hate on non-white people, but nobody is allowed to say anything about Jews. Nobody is allowed to say anything about Israel. And isn't that fucked up? I don't care if you're from the right or left, or you're white or black. We can all agree that that is basically the arrangement. The left hates whites, and the right is very offensive towards non-whites. That's fair to say. I say on the show. I know black people are offended by that, I'm sure. And black people on the left say very offensive things about whites. And we're fighting each other. The right is fighting the left is fighting the right. The whites are asserting identity politics against the non-whites. The non-whites are asserting their grievance politics against the whites. And you know who sits outside all of it? It's this other group. And they will lean in on either side. A Stephen Miller will lean in and attack white hippie boomers that suck and Hispanics. And you'll have Jews on the left that'll attack, white people, and Jews on the right will attack black people. But the one group that is totally outside criticism, the one group that is totally outside accountability is Jews. If you talk about the way they're organized, the way they behave, you get fired.
I want to stop it there because he's bringing up some good points. And first and foremost, let me acknowledge Conjure Up. We're going to go on mute more often. You keep showing love like this. But definitely appreciate you. It goes a long way. And I appreciate you just being in the chat because we see you real active in the chat. So definitely that's love, bro. That's love. As far as what Nick is saying, what do you think about as far cancel culture? Is he pointing out something that truly exists where like the getting rid of cancel culture, it pretty much gave the green light, let's say, for Republicans and conservatives to say whatever they want about black and brown people. And then it gave the green light to Democrats to say whatever they want about white people. Is that how you kind of have seen that play out? Is that the racism or whatever you want to call it that's been happening on both sides, or do you see it differently?
No, that's exactly spot on how I've been seeing it. I think when I hear about these topics, I felt like it's like, oh, okay, well, just to give y'all a heads up, we've updated the rules. You are allowed to have whatever energy you want as long as it doesn't get necessarily physical, and just get some tougher skin, no matter what side of the fence you're on. So I thought that's what that became. And then, it's just so interesting. Like now it's just so difficult to even know what it is, what it's on, like what's too much, what's too, like, what can you stand on? Like, and look, we're not for the trolling, but this is causing trolling. Like when we are mandating it in this fashion, you're going to get exactly the opposite, and you're encouraging trolling to become something that people are just so accustomed to. Like half the reason probably people don't even speak out is because of what trolling or how trolling can make you feel. And so it silences a lot of people, and the people that are willing to troll on behalf on just getting after people or just talking certain ways, it also allows their voice to become even more heard. Like we've noticed that cancel culture thing has been around, but we've also noticed that people have just been a lot more ruthless when it can't come to their opinion, and they've done what they needed to do for that algorithm, or what's going to go viral, or what's going to get the people riled up to vote, get their votes in for me. And we've noticed like, oh damn, like it's way more, like social is way more turned than juicy campus back in college. That's what we on now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's just created such a toxic environment to just make these quote unquote rules that are supposed to be mandated for everyone, but in the same breath, like, oh, but when it's down this path or this road and it's too much. And I'm not gonna lie, like I wouldn't have even realized this was a thing unless I was more I think just when you just kind of sit still and start realizing like I've always just kind of looked at these certain topics of just like you're right, like just don't talk about them. It's just like when we're talking about Jewish or things joking of that stuff, it's just like you just don't do that because you don't want to seem like you on that type of time. And so it's so interesting that I've made it so non unconditionally, but I've made it such a thing where it's just like, hey man, like those are stuff like anybody, and I've even viewed other people who talk if they speak about that stuff like, yo, they got some hate in their blood. But at the same time, I'm like, but you've had to be so tolerant to people saying all type of stuff, and you're not even realizing like the same rules don't apply to other people, but they applying to you. Like you need to have thick skin, and people should be able to do whatever, say whatever they want, but then other groups of people don't have to have that thick skin. And I've just created that reality like, oh, that's just what it is. But when you kind of stop and stand still, you start to realize like, hold up, man, why everybody can't get clowned? Why everybody can't get joned up? Like why? What? Like I don't care if you red, white, blue, black, tall, left, right, like whatever you on. If there's an opportunity to get a joke off on you, we getting that off because that ultimately should be able to almost bring us together. But the way y'all have created the culture, it's like, nah, y'all really want nah, don't talk about us. Like, nigga, we gonna turn that up. Oh, my bad.
You good, bro?
We gonna turn it up even more. Like you doing it to a place where now it's like, bro, we gonna lean into the jokes because y'all thought y'all was special. Like, nah, like now y'all got people trolling y'all just because y'all want people to stop trolling y'all. And see, it's backfiring now. Like you got that donkey up there wanting to go get a slice of pizza, spit the joint out in front of their thing, but don't talk about me, man. Shut up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shut that shit up, bro.
Yeah,
get out of here.
Whenever somebody sets rules or restricts certain speech, then it makes you want to lean into it even more.
like a kid.
And I think that's what's happening. That's what's happening. Even with the whole Dave Portnoy thing. I think when you tell certain people, because it's clear, because unless you tell, like when you cover everything and say, okay, we can't say this, and this, but it seems like the energy, like you said, it's always been, well, it's been acceptable to say this. It's been acceptable to say that. You know, we've had all different types of powerful people, let's say, use the N-word and it not really impact them in a way. But when it comes to Jewish people specifically, we can see the difference. We experience the difference, and Jewish people may not even be aware of this. They may not even be aware of this, and this is what I was always talking about. Like, we created a lot of this entitlement. When you have a kid that you spoil his entire life, he doesn't know that he's spoiled. He just thinks that's how he's supposed to be treated. So now when you take away certain things and you make him just the same as everybody else, he's going to be walking around thinking that he's oppressed. And that's what's happened with a lot of these Jewish people.
Yeah.
It's like, well, yeah, like somebody threw coins at your feet, didn't touch you, and said F your people. Like, okay.
Yeah, if you don't go slap it, if you about like go do something. What you doing? Like, what you
don't do an interview?
Yeah, like what you mean? We go stand on the business that y'all said.
Yeah.
Like we don't want, like, don't go run and tell the teacher, bro. You look like a clown to me. Like everybody's supposed to be able to get it. That's why I love sports. If you haven't experienced sports, there's the camaraderie, there's the team, there is the brotherhood that you get. But look, in the same sense, some of the funniest joking and picking on and things I've heard in my life come from my best friends. That's what makes you closer. Dog, you not
inappropriate jokes you talking about too,
like we going everywhere. Like, yo, you seen him the other day? Like, bruh, it's family. Like, that's what we supposed to be on. Even with your family during Thanksgiving, man, somebody going, oh, look like you gained a little weight, man. What's going on? You all right? Oh, you still ain't got, like, this is what creates the brotherhood and camaraderie. If you want to be excluded from the jokes and be isolated, it's going to do exactly that. All right, we just know we can't joke with you. We still going to clown you, but we just not going to say it to your face. What are you doing?
And what happens is when everybody else in the class is scared to make fun of somebody, like they've never made fun of somebody, and then you get somebody new to the class, and then somebody new to the class, they like, what? I'm frying him up too. Like, hold on, you're not excluded.
You're
like,
not
nobody's
excluded.
above this.
Nobody.
So then what ends up happening is now the kids, because they're not used to somebody making fun of that person, you know, the big bad person in the room that nobody teased, they're not used to that. So now when somebody else comes in and they're willing to make fun of them, now everybody else, we laughing even more. Like now we laughing at the jokes are extra hard just because we're not used to somebody going at that person.
Yeah.
So all of this stuff, it's like, just you're taking yourself a little bit too seriously. You're taking yourself a little bit too seriously. Like nobody wants to see Dave Portnoy. You know, we see President Trump and everybody else bend the knee to Israel. We're all indoctrinated to look at the issue one way. I think you said it last week where we were indoctrinated to look on the news growing up and see the people who had, or was this Steve?
Steve with the rocks.
Steve said it, with the rocks. Steve said that we were indoctrinated to grow up looking at the news and the people with the rocks, the kids a lot of times throwing rocks, we looked at them as the evil terrorists. Compared to looking at the people with the big machine guns, we looked at them as, oh, they're just bringing structure. They're the official, official people in the region. Like they're the ones that are more aligned with our values compared to the other ones that are throwing rocks. Like, no, it's okay for them to get shot. That's how we grew up. And now people are waking up to see like, damn, we've really been bullied. And now that bullying, that when you feel like that, it's like, nah, now I'm going at these people. Like now I'm not caring. Like you've gotten away with this for so long where we're holding you in high regards, everybody treating you like you're special. And now certain people are challenging that narrative and the people like it in a lot of ways because it has nothing to do with like people that are laughing at what happened with Dave Portnoy. A lot of it has nothing even to do about the Jewish thing. It's just like you see Portnoy as a privileged asshole.
We're going to clown you.
So now when somebody says something to him, Portnoy's frozen like, like, I don't know what to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, should I do something? Like, I'm offended. And then you go do an interview. It's like, bro, like why did you just say F him? Like,
why? Yeah, where was that energy that you have against the pizza owners?
Exactly.
Well, that's all we was looking for. Yeah. So, like you said earlier, you're not above a joke, my boy. You're getting one. Get some thick skin. If you want to go to private school, you can get clown. If you want to be a teacher's pet, you can get clown. This is just the energy that you're going to have to learn to deal with. You can't hide your kids from it because if you hide your kids from it, they're going to get clown from hiding from it. Like you got to build that thick skin. This is what happens in the workplace. This is what happens in sports. This is what happens in fraternities if you on that type of time. This is just what's going to happen if you're a rookie entering the locker room. You're not dodging none of this, bruh. So you might as well get thick skin. It's just so interesting to see these people hide behind their millions and millions of dollars. And I'm glad he got exposed. I'm glad somebody was streaming and recorded that joint. We're not hearing none of that sauce stuff. He had an opportunity to go stand on the business. He had the opportunity to go check somebody down like he do those business owners. Because when those pizza people come outside, they upset because he trying to clown their business. He all of a sudden ready to poke his chest out and he ready to be on whatever time they on. But then somebody go do this and he ready to be like, oh, that's not fair, man. Shut that sauce stuff down. Stand on business. We should have had a nice clip of you dumping a pizza on somebody's head and dealing with whatever repercussions came from that. You're soft. You have no backbone, and you shouldn't have been there to represent your group of people because you are a coward. And that's what I think is going to ultimately be the judge for people that are Jewish. If you guys keep putting cowards on television and keep being soft, we just going to continue to think that y'all are soft. If y'all not soft, put the right people that make examples of people. Every time I see somebody, they're on an interview. Why they not on the street standing on business? I don't want to see nothing else but business being stood on.
So let me ask you this, because it's one thing, like as somebody that this is what I'm torn between. What I feel like would be the responsible thing to do, like if I was in the situation, compared to maybe how I could react. And this is what I'm trying to explain. Dave Portnoy, you're clearly okay with committing a genocide against Palestinians. Seems like you're clearly okay with that. Now somebody comes to you and says, F you, doesn't run away, stands there by himself You're with all your people. He comes to you and it says like, yo, F y'all, throws coins at y'all, doesn't run. He's the person that I believe he's the one with the face blurred who didn't run. I know some other people scattered out of there, but I don't think that was him. Whatever. If that's the case, then Portnoy, if you are cool with violence to a point where you'll okay a genocide, then why don't you just address that live and direct to that person? Why don't you get real close to him, get in his face, like, oh yeah, F me, what? You know what I mean? Like, why don't you test his temperature right then and there? If you're okay with violence. Now, I'm not okay with violence. You feel me? Like, so therefore, I would hope that I would handle it in a way where I just wouldn't be bothered by it, or throw something at him, throw a pizza at him, and really embarrass him to the point where I'll try to maybe get him to get aggressive. I don't know. I don't know what the situation would be, but I hope that I would just walk away. However, when we see Dave Portnoy doing this and there's a kid and now you're trying to get him fired, and that's the first thing that you run to is, we're going to find out where this kid goes to school. We're going to get him thrown out of school. We're going to get him. And I think that's what ended up happening. The kid withdrew from school. I think he got bullied into withdrawing from school. Yeah. Yeah, so when you approach it like that, and everybody else is already accusing y'all of running everything, of controlling everything, of we saw what happened when certain people in college, when the college kids were going out there for the pro-Palestine marches, you had all these people trying to get the people's names. They tried to get these college kids' names to ban them from getting jobs when they graduated from school. Like, when we see that type of energy, that's the coward energy. Like, you're trying to ruin a kid's life based on him standing on something that just doesn't align with how you see it. That's corny. And people are going to resent that, and you're going to get more of that coming back your way if that's how you choose to deal with it.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to shake that tree down like that, my boy. If you want to hit and then call the teacher, then it's going to be what it's going to be. I don't care what he do. He need to figure it out on his own. All I know is somebody threw a couple nickels and dimes and coins at me, and I'm doing an interview, and that it hit me. It even got close to me. First off, I'm chasing you. I'm grabbing you. I don't mean I'm going to put my paws on you, but I'm going to let you know I'm not on that type of time. Like, you can't get busy with me like that. And I'm going to make an example like that. You doing too much, bro. And that just shows you're soft. As a man, before we even get on color, race, as a man, the way you handle that behavior. Does he have children? Yo, this is getting too far, bro. Does he have a child?
I don't know.
I hope not, because that's just not fatherly. That's not fatherly.
He's setting a bad example. He's setting
a bad example, my man. That, just as a father, you would do that if your wife was standing there, somebody threw some coins at her, you was gonna go tell?
You go tell. You go tell the teacher.
Oh, I can't
tell the kids. Go tell the teacher.
I can't even subscribe to Barstool no more. What he has done has completely tarnished the brand in no type of business. I can't believe this is the same guy that built a platform off of trolling everyone on the college kids. He trolls them. Yeah. And then now turn around and see he ain't stood on no business. He stood behind the internet.
And this whole thing, it's not making it where I'm confused at, or not confused, where I think they're confused at, is they think that them putting out a Dave Portnoy interview of him complaining about somebody saying F the Jews, they think that that's really moving us. Like, they think that that's really, like,
that's an SOS call.
If anything, like, you're proving the point. Mm-hmm. Like, you're further proving the point. But I don't know. Let's keep going with Nick. Let's see what he got to say about it. Hold on. I think I'm a little bit far. Let me go there.
Side of Stephen Miller will lean in and attack white hippie boomers that suck and Hispanics. And you'll have Jews on the left that'll attack, white people, and Jews on the right will attack black people. But the one group that is totally outside criticism, the one group that is totally outside accountability is Jews. If you talk about the way they're organized, the way they behave, you get fired. You lose your job. And by the way, this is what Ye was talking about a few years ago. He was talking about it this year. He said, if I make a song about killing black people, it goes triple platinum. If I make a song about being a gangbanger and killing black people, other black people and abortion and violence, then I'm a triple platinum recording artist. I'm honored at the Grammys. I'm honored at the White House. I'm honored by Rolling Stone magazine and the New York Times. If I make a song called Heil Hitler, well, the rest is history. Isn't that interesting? And it goes the same way in the right wing. Let me ask you this. If I went live...
It's a very interesting point. We see this all the time. Why is it okay for us to go online, go on YouTube? And I think we watched a video. This is a couple years ago. We had a video where there was like an 8-year-old kid, maybe younger than that, and he was rapping.
Oh,
remember that? Like he had like, I don't know, really like girls dancing in it. And the things that he was saying in the video, clearly inappropriate. But why is that allowed on YouTube? But then if you say a line about Jewish people, saying Jewish people get money, saying these, you know what I mean? It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Call the ADL, have Jonathan Greenblatt get on this ASAP. Like, why is that the energy? And people are just seeing through it. And this is why, in my opinion, a lot of people are being drawn to Nick Fuentes, because people may not agree with anything else that Nick Fuentes says. Now, policy-wise, I feel like they will. But people obviously will hear some of his rhetoric. There's people that will excuse Nick Fuentes' rhetoric for saying certain things, like even maybe bringing up the N-word, just because he's willing to call out everybody, just because he has that same energy, maybe talking about Jewish people, maybe talking about this. So when you, maybe that's wrong, I don't know. But there's people that I believe are going to passionately follow Nick Fuentes because he's willing to call out a group of people. He's willing to call out a very powerful group of people, influential, that has tried to cancel other people when they call it out, and he's willing to stand on it. That's what I see happening. Maybe I'm biased. I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the clips you've shown me of him turn, on both sides, but it's refreshing, I'd say, needless to say, that he's able to call a spade when it's a spade. And that's exactly what I see with that situation. He's absolutely right. And I've been saying that for years, that I've never understood how you can get on the internet and say, we about to get the K, spin the block, all that drill rap is cool. Like, you going to get awards standing in front of the stage. I like to thank my family. I like to thank my community. This is for us, Chicago. This is for us, Atlanta. Okay. And then that's straight. But then all of a sudden, as soon as you hit that, and that song Kanye hit was hitting too. I ain't even gonna lie. The beat was crazy on that.
What song?
That high, I think the Hail
never
Hitler.
heard it.
Oh, it's smack. The beat was crazy. And that, I'm saying that it was hitting too, but it's just so interesting that, cats like, that's just not okay. And it's just like, y'all, we wouldn't even notice what y'all would be on if y'all stop raising y'all hand every time there's an opportunity to get a jail out of free card. I wouldn't even known this was a thing if it wasn't so in my face. And so it's like, yeah, I'm messing with the energy your boy Fuentes on right now. He's calling it out. He's very true. This is right. And somebody needs to answer to this. Why are we always on the podcast having our conversations trying to rationalize what the hell y'all got going on? Why don't y'all get on the pod and let us know what y'all on? We want that.
They're above having
know.
Yeah, well, Mark Levin, Ben Shapiro, they're above having these conversations with Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes, and they don't want to. That's why. But this
they don't collab. They don't collab.
Yo, they're scared of Nick Fuentes. Yo, they've been running from Nick Fuentes. He's been on this since he was 18 years old, bro. And they've been trying to cancel him. Ben Shapiro tried to cancel Nick Fuentes when he was 18 years old with 2,000 followers.
When you say canceled, what's the like? What is the process for
Fuentes,
that?
They were aware of each other. So Nick Fuentes had a friend that he went to school with, this girl. Now, this girl currently works for Ben Shapiro and Daily Wire now. I think her name is Cassie Dillon or something like that. She went to school with Nick Fuentes, and she at that time was trying to get Nick to work with Ben Shapiro so he can kind of mentor him and bring him along. Okay. But Nick at the time called out certain things regarding Israel or something like that, and Ben Shapiro like retweeted him, like quote tweeted him, and wrote like, this is accusing a Jew of dual loyalty to America and Israel is a sure sign that you're an anti-Semite. Like tried to label him an anti-Semite at 18 years old. And since then has either tried to silence him, tried to censor him, or won't debate him. It's the same thing with Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was scared to debate Nick Fuentes, if we're just being real.
Oh, they never talked?
Yo, they were scared to, they used to go at each other. But Nick Fuentes, who always says, yo, I'll sit down with you. Let's have a debate. Let's have a debate. They're all scared to debate him because they know that they can't just rely on, well, you know, you can't say it during an entire debate. Well, he said the N-word. He said that, you know what I mean? Like, okay, all right, now that we've gotten past that, now let's actually debate. Like, now let's actually debate on the policies. Let's call out where you're extremely hypocritical when it comes to this group and having this energy towards this group of people that we perceive as victims, while you're getting all the victimhood treatment here and embracing it. You know what I mean? All these different types of things. We're claiming America first, but we're giving Israel all these different things. Israel has all this free healthcare or subsidized healthcare, subsidized education, all these things. And I think the healthcare actually is free. But this is what he's willing to call out. Look at what Vons just wrote. Now, Vons just wrote, love Nick's open mindset. Devon has made it very clear on this show. If you watch the show, then you know how Vons feels when it comes to the Republican Party, conservatives, and the Democratic Party. Vons is not a fan of the Republicans and conservatives. He's more leaning on the Democratic side. So now you have a guy, Nick Fuentes, who says all this rhetoric and still will have a guy like Vons sitting here like, yo, I like his open mindset. It's universal. It's something that taps into Democrats and Republicans, the things that Nick is saying, because he's willing to call out both sides, because he's not attached at the hip to his donors or to whatever sponsor, or to whatever group is telling him that he needs to say this and say it a particular way that aligns with their agenda. So that's why I see him getting big.
Yeah. Wow. I never noticed the game had a handicap this whole time. I ain't gonna lie.
When it comes to certain, you mean
so much of like when we're talking about like the rapping or like how it's okay to talk about a certain group, like you honestly will not notice that there's a handicap. Like you got a certain group of people get up 10 points already.
You don't remember the Leor Cohen video when Leor Cohen is sitting down at the Breakfast Club and he's talking to Charlemagne, and Leor Cohen is, let me show you this. I played this. Hold on. It's 2 seconds. Leor Cohen, Breakfast Club. It's the Dame Dash one. Here it goes right here. Listen to this clip. This is what a lot of people, this is what you're talking about. I wasn't going to play the clip because I always play it, but now we're going to play it.
Really rough, particularly on women. But I think it helped change the course of the crack epidemic. I don't know what's this opioid thing, man.
Well, being a crackhead wasn't cool back then. Being a crackhead wasn't cool. Now they seem like they're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup, and
it's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention.
Very quickly, he's a record executive.
Okay.
This is the one that Dame Dash always calls out.
Okay.
All right. So just for context.
He answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
But I'm saying that's hypocritical, though. You're saying
it's opportunistic.
Yeah.
I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Who's Dame Dash? You brought him up. I don't even know him. So you bring his name up. I don't even know him. So
y'all made a lot of money together.
Made a lot of money.
Come on, Leo. Don't do that to him.
I don't know him. I really don't. So,
and even the fact that Charlemagne's sitting there talking about you going to make Dame Dash call you a culture vulture. Charlemagne, why don't you call him a culture vulture?
Yeah.
Why don't you call it out? And this is the same energy. This is obviously, and this is who Kanye talks about, Dame Dash. Leor Cohen, I believe he's Jewish. Let me actually double check on that before I'm just throwing that type of stuff out there. But yeah, you go ahead while I'm looking this up.
And what's the smoke? The smoke is that he is okay with being an opportunistic when it comes to these type of subjects and topics that
you're a record. Yeah, you're a record exec, and he is Jewish. You're a record exec who's talking about the music that's being put out, it being very dangerous to society, right? You're talking about this as the record executive. Why are you signing artists that are going to be putting out that message if you're acknowledging that it's going to be dangerous? Because you would never be okay with putting out something that would be dangerously impactful to your culture. You would never allow that. Jonathan Greenblatt and the ADL, they jump in when somebody says a positive about Jewish people. We talk about it all the time. The example with LeBron James when he was reciting the 21 Savage lyric, I'm getting that Jewish money, like saying something like that, where he was reprimanded, like he was called out. He had to do the apology or take whatever tweet or whatever message. I think he did in the video. He was called out by that, but with Jonathan Greenblatt or whatever organization that was saying that was anti-Semitic or So now you have the record executives who run the music industry, and this is why a lot of people hated what Kanye was saying, because Kanye calling it out. What did Nick Fuentes say that Kanye said earlier? Why is it okay for me to call myself a devil? Why is it okay for me to talk about committing drills on black people that look just like me? Obviously, I'm a black. Why is it okay for me to have music that puts poison into the community, whether it's through violence or drugs, and encourages a destructive culture amongst a particular group of people that is most vulnerable, that is doing the worst? Why is it okay for me to further destroy that culture just for me to make $1? And he's talking about, I got family to feed. I got kids. This is the energy that a lot of people are fed up with. So we'll get back to Nick's video, but that's the whole gist around this conversation. Just when we're talking about record labels, why is it okay music-wise to put out certain types of music, but not okay to put out others? Why is it okay to talk about this group of people and destroy their culture, and you make a whole lot of money off of it, but you would never allow that to be put into your culture?
So people are confused though, right? It's like people know why. We just want them to basically stand on it and say, like, the same energy Cohen had. Like, just tell me the reason. Oh, I want to
actually appreciated him being so direct. Yeah,
like that's an answer. Like, we typically won't hear one.
100%. Now, will Charlemagne use that energy to address the rappers that he's talking about? You know
like
what I mean?
The actual rappers.
Charlemagne, why don't you do it? Why don't you police your people? Why don't you have that same energy? Shoot, I'm the one making money off of it, but you're making money off of it too. Don't get it twisted, because you're in this hip hop culture. So you're calling me out and saying it's a problem for me making money off of it. Why? Oh, just because I'm not black. But why don't you look internally? Because if it's not okay for me to do it, then why are you on all this show interviewing these very same people, giving them a platform, uplifting them? Charlemagne giving people platforms that impact and destroy more people's lives than Nick Fuentes.
Okay.
You platforming all these goofy rap artists that sell what to the community?
Right.
You know, it's Charlemagne could put a book out every couple years and justify acting like he's balancing something, but nah, that's not where you got popular from. That's not what you continue to get popular from. You're working in an industry that has been more destructive to the black culture than perhaps anything else, outside of something that maybe Joe Biden did with the crime bill and Lyndon B. Johnson with the social programs. Outside of that, what has been most destructive to the black community? Hip hop. So
the music,
everybody
is contributing to the issue. Yeah,
everybody's contributing.
Gotcha. Everybody's contributing to the issue. But for some reasons, we have people internally that are looking to hold certain people accountable for it and try to charge him up. But like, don't charge Cohen up if you're not going to charge. You charge the guys who got, like, if you're not going to charge everybody,
right?
Like, and don't try to you can make $1 and claim, oh well, it's because I'm black, and then shit, let Cohen get $1 then. Shit, like, he got the bread to put up. You ain't got it, Charlemagne, so shut up. Like, you really can't even say nothing. Don't say it's contradicting, because it's not based on what you're saying. It's not contradicting. They just set the rules, and it looks like because you ain't got the money, you got to play by them. So basically, Cohen is saying, well, if y'all ain't got the bread to put up, then
Shut
y'all
up.
can't. Then shut up. But since I got it, then I can do whatever I want. That's really the energy. That's what I'm hearing through all of this smoke and mirrors. All I'm hearing is I'm up, you're not, and these rappers ain't got no alternative but to talk about what I tell them to talk about. And I got the money to make sure that they're successful. And I got my dollar is enough for them to be willing to do it and continue to provide that toxic behavior to the community. I'm benefiting off that. If y'all got problems with it, y'all are more than welcome to put up y'all own money in the black community and go start your own labels like the Dame is. But y'all not gonna do that because y'all gonna disregard and disrag them and knock him off of the horse anyway. Y'all can't even work together. So what we gonna do here is we see an opportunity to take advantage of y'all. And to them, they looking at it like, oh, this is just business. Fuck it. Like I'm on whatever where the bread at. So since these people can't get it together and work for themselves, they clearly could do everything we could do. We paying them, but since they're not going to do it, then fuck it. We gonna take advantage. Somebody got to get the bread, and I'm just willing to turn my back or turn my eyes to what may be going on in order to get that bread. And if y'all at any point y'all want to rise up, y'all can. It's freedom, but y'all not doing it. So shut up. That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm. Because who's checking? Because somebody's sitting there. If the roles were reversed, and there was a black man getting called out for putting out certain things that were destructive in the Jewish community, that energy would be totally different. Charlemagne sitting there like, you're gonna make Dame Dash upset. Charlemagne, why aren't you upset?
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't you calling it out? And the fact that, and the reason why you can't be upset is because you pushing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody, hey, everybody's open. If it's okay for you, then it's okay for somebody else.
That's true. Yeah, that is very true. I mean, we saw where what's it, Kyrie with the shoes, right?
Kyrie, yeah.
Like we saw.
The
what was he in trouble for when he lost the Nike endorsement?
When he came out talking about when he retweeted the documentary.
And the documentary, the Amazon link was to what again? What was that subject?
It was Jewish people. It was about
Jews, right?
It was, well, the documentary was not about Jewish people.
It was that black people were the original
documentary
Jews?
was about black history. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then that got him cut.
And there were certain parts of it. Yeah, it got him suspended. They were protesting at his games. You know what I mean? Like a lot of Jewish people came out to protest at his games. Then the Hebrew Israelites pulled up at the game. So yeah, it was a lot going on. And it was all just based on Kyrie Irving sharing a link. And the most disgusting part about all that was all the black people that got on and started trying to bash Kyrie. That's another thing that Stephen A. Smith just apologized for when it came to the COVID, because Kyrie Irving also stood on business when it came to COVID. But
he wasn't getting that. Yeah.
The stand on business people, bro, always get in trouble. I mean, they snitched on Kyrie because he was in that group message during COVID, the lockdown, and they were like, because Kyrie was on some like, yo, like maybe this is an opportunity now where we can create our own league. And they told on that man. So like somebody like Kyrie, he's like that slave that is not gonna like, yo,
he's not with none of that.
They could cut off my leg. They cut
with all that.
We figured out how to get out of this. So when he reposted that, the link to that, you had Shaq, say he's stupid. All these people come out and say he's stupid. Then it comes out that Shaq actually had that same movie, the same documentary playing at his movie theaters. But he was calling Kyrie Irving stupid and silly because Kyrie Irving retweeted a documentary. But this is how you didn't see a whole bunch of black people come to Kyrie's aid and say like, "Yo, what are y'all doing, Nike? You're not cutting. You take Kyrie off of Nike, LeBron. You're gonna have to take me off of it."
Nobody came with that.
Nobody came with that energy, bro.
Nobody came with that energy. Look, man, I can't. It makes it so difficult for you to sit here and want to care more for those people when the people in position to really stand on the business that they could stand on always use the excuse, "I got my family." Like, yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, Kyrie definitely. I just don't understand why we don't look at those people as the superheroes that they are. Like,
some of us do.
Yeah, like it does bug me. Like, how can you all just look at Kyrie and just like throw him? Like, y'all know y'all not willing to stand on that type of business, right? If at minimum you're not willing to do it, the least you could do is not get on the internet and start dogging the dude out. Like, mouth shut is what you should be doing, but y'all don't even do that.
The mob is fickle, bro. The mob is fickle, just like with Gladiator. And what ends up happening is if you can get enough people in high positions speaking down on somebody, then even if the majority of us, the people watching, the entertainment, even if we're pissed off about it, even if we're looking at it like, damn, they did Kyrie wrong. Okay, what you gonna do? You gonna boycott the NBA? You gonna stop watching? Think about Colin Kaepernick. How long did that last?
Yeah.
I got homeboys. I remember my homeboys in the group chat talking about, yo, we boycotting for Colin Kaepernick. This was like right after the first preseason game. By the third preseason game, they were back watching. I'm like, yo, what? Like,
what happened to the energy?
Yeah, like what happened to that energy? Just to prove a point. But a lot of people aren't willing to stand on that type of stuff. People don't care, bro.
They don't care.
Really don't care.
You're right.
At the end of the day, nobody cares.
I think I think this is where we are at the end of the day. Like, dang, cats really don't care.
And that's what maybe a lot of Jewish people are realizing right now. Because like even when it comes to black issues, like
they don't care.
We're gonna stand up, maybe do a little rally. We in the crib anyway. It's George Floyd. Let me go make a little sign, go march. I ain't got nothing else to do. Let me we'll pregame, and then go over to the march or something. Like it's more of a culture. At the end of the day, nobody cares, bro. That's not moving anybody. So when Jewish people now are going through it to where they want people to actually like, we gotta really
they wasn't hip to this shit.
We gotta really buy into this. Like, bro, like that's just something we do for like we're not really, like
bro, this shit
really
got like a weight. Nah.
Yeah, so they feel like now offended by it, but in all actuality, this is the same thing that
had they focused on really experiencing that struggle, they would have quickly realized, dog, niggas, cats is just playing with y'all. Like, we don't even give a fuck about all that shit. Y'all making it in our face so much, we having to address this shit.
I tell you what, now. So total side note. So this is what they're trying to do now. And hold on, let me address this Robert's super chat. But remind me to discuss what they're trying to do now with the funding, now with Israel. So remind me to remind me. Shout out to Big Bro Robert in the building. As always, showing love and appreciation, bro. We appreciate the support tremendously. Music is very powerful. This is why there's so much singing at church. He admitted his tribe is more important than anything else. You hitting on some things. One, music is very powerful. It controls the vibrations. We've actually heard Kanye talk about this. To me, it's not. I mean, I've heard certain people say, like, if you listen to the music of that day and time, you can learn about what's going on. In society. Listen, look at the drill music and everything happening now. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Is it the drill music that they're just reporting on, or is it the drill music that's leading us? Like, we don't know, but we all know just looking at it like, destructive culture. They're both destructive. So we're looking at it from that perspective. And that last thing that Robert wrote was he admitted his tribe is more important than anything else. This is what we always talk about when it comes down to tribalism, when it comes to us versus them. When he sits there and says, I got a family to feed, it's giving that energy. Oh, it's just business. Like, and that's what people use when they're trying to do something grimy, violate principles, violate morals, values, commandments, whatever it may be. Oh, it's just business. I got a family to feed, because they'll put themselves in that tribal mode where it's us versus them, because when it's us versus them, then I can justify doing anything for us, right? It's for us. So I can really justify doing anything to them, because the understanding is, well, this is for us, for our people. So that's where the mindset goes.
Yeah.
Let me actually, let me tell you what they're trying to do. You hear me out on this. So I'm not sure how, like, I haven't really looked into this as much, but I heard Nick talking about it in this episode or another episode, where our aid that goes to Israel, it's been renewed every 10 years. So I think we're in the last year of the phase, or one of the last year or so, year or two, where we would be giving Israel on the schedule 3.8 billion. And I think the previous 10 years, it was 3.6. So I guess if you have a similar increase, it'll end up being around $4 billion a year of military aid that we provide to Israel. So what they're asking for now is a 20-year deal instead of a 10-year commitment. So the obvious question is, well, why 20 years now? And it's because of what we're seeing. The American support has gone down when it comes to Israel. In 10 years, based on what's happening right now,
shit may look different.
Americans may not be feeling like giving Israel anything. It may not feel like it's worth it having you or calling you our best ally.
Big bro.
Depending on what type of issues that we're getting involved in, wars we're getting involved in, who we're bombing, this younger generation, they are very much, we're focused on America. We're passionately focused on America. We're not getting involved or having our hands tied to doing what's best for Israel because of blackmailing or because of whatever other private deals people have in their individual lives that make them bend the knee to Israel for various reasons, whether it's Mayor Adams, whether it's Trump, whoever it is that's bending the knee and making decisions prioritizing Israel over America. The younger generation is not thinking that. And not only the younger generation, but the older generations are not feeling that way as well either. So therefore, they may vote in a different direction. So now they're trying to guarantee that schedule. And it's already a different type of aid that they receive in the first place. Whereas if I understand it correctly, the aid that Israel gets, one, I didn't realize, and Nick said this number, so I got to confirm it, that 75% of the aid has to be spent on American manufacturing. So it's not like we're cutting them a check. It's like we're giving them that amount that we're cutting them in weapons. But 25% of that they also get to spend on Israeli weapons with the Israeli manufacturers. But what happens is they get this funding in a lump sum. So this money that they end up getting, it is a little bit different than the others because normally it would just be aid being sent to you like the military weapons. When it's a lump sum of money, then you get the cash and then you're able to, I guess, buy it as you go forward, as you need it. They pretty much have their money in our banks, and I have to double check this, but where they're buying treasuries or they're buying our debt pretty much. So we're going into debt. We're borrowing money to give them aid. The aid that they get, they pretty much purchase our debt, right? So they're purchasing our debt. So then when they purchase our debt, they're also getting interest that we'll have to pay back. So not only are they getting the money that we're providing to them in a lump sum that can accumulate a whole bunch of interest, we're talking about $4 billion a year. And who knows if they want the full 80 billion that would be over, I guess, 20 years or more. So
and then throw them a little gift card. Yeah.
So all of this stuff, it's just different. The main takeaway is that it's just different than how we provide other countries aid. And people are not stupid, bro. So people just aren't really feeling that anymore. So,
but can you say at the beginning that when you say like did the older generation know this? Because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know all this support was even had. Did most people even know this support existed for, I guess, up to this point in time? Now that I feel like it's been unraveling more recently than before, but like, has this just been a known thing of how the support looked and who was supporting who and et cetera, or has it just been behind the scenes and maybe people didn't know and now you guys are kind of like blowing the whistle on a lot of this stuff that's going on?
Well, to me, I look at it like if somebody's just a Cowboys fan, then they're just a Cowboys fan. But you'll know them being a Cowboys fan when a Giants fan walks in the room, or somebody with an Eagles jacket walks in the room, or somebody with a Redskins jacket walks in the room, because those are their rivalries. So nobody would ever come at Jewish people. Nobody would ever say these things or have the audacity. So therefore, we didn't know who supported it at what point. The support was almost demonstrated by everybody never even addressing it and opening the door for criticism.
Oh, that
it's
was
like
the support.
It's like everybody's just so now that people are critical, now we're seeing exactly like the gauge for that support is being shown in different ways. Nobody would even have the audacity to say anything. So how do you know whether or not you support something? You only know if somebody's supporting you when you're going through something. You know what I'm saying? That's how you determine whether or not somebody's supporting me, whether I'm going through something. If you're not going through anything, then you're not gonna, it's not gonna be a relevant issue as far as whether or not somebody's supporting you.
Yeah. Okay. If you don't go through that Kaepernick situation, you don't really know who's standing with you.
Correct. Correct.
Okay,
That's
I
how
see.
I'm looking at it. That's how I'm
Okay,
looking at it.
okay, that makes sense.
Let me hold up. Oh shoot, we got another conjure up. Shout out to the
Shout out
brother.
to Conjure Up. Shout out to
Conjure.
Conjure Up.
I get so much more out of this stream and the chat. Shout out to and the chat people opening eyes and coming together. We will figure some ish out. Makes my days more meaningful. Wanted to say thanks before I get busy. Yo, that's dope.
Man, shout out to you, Conjure Up.
Yeah.
Appreciate the love, brother.
Definitely. All right, let's pull back up. So, dang, we about to. It's time to wrap it up. I was gonna. We'll save the Tucker video for tomorrow.
The one from
We'll save the Tucker video for tomorrow. Matter of fact, should we drop it in a link in case anybody wants to check it out before we?
Drop in a link while we closing.
Yeah. So
Get everybody
I'm
on
gonna drop that in the link now. So if you guys want to check out this documentary, we're gonna review this one tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have something on somewhat of a convo on the Dulles brothers as well. If I could find a shorter video that summarizes it up a little bit more in a shorter video. Hold on, let me see. Where is this? What was I supposed to be copy and pasting? The video for Tucker,
the Tucker
right?
one from yesterday. Yeah, give
right.
them a chance to kind of do a little.
All
It's
right,
a short watch. It's like 30 minutes, y'all. You'll be able to kind of hear, Tucker kind of speak about the topic of what happened and transpired in Texas. So
yeah,
it's a dope video.
In Butler, PA. This one's the PA one.
Oh, that's PA. Okay,
yeah, the PA one. But with Thomas Crooks, because nobody's even asking these questions.
Yeah.
How do we not know who took a shot at the president? We don't know anything about him. Y'all cremated him right after. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff that goes into it.
Yeah,
a lot of weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's finish it out. Did we have the sound bowls for the last one?
Not the last one, but all the other times before.
Should we do sound bowl? Yes or no?
Yeah.
All right, let me put this.
Because we had Steve kind of narrating it before. So
yeah, Steve, I liked it when Steve was doing it, man.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me share this. Oh, it's already. All right, we're already here. Let me try to turn it down a little bit because I know when it was loud before. And BK, let me know if you guys are struggling hearing me. But this is the most important part of the show. Please do us a favor. Like. Hit the like button before we get into the breath work. This is where we can meditate, manifest, especially as we set out to make this our greatest week ever. Let's put some intention around it. Let's meditate on it. Let's create it up here before it actually becomes reality. So let me turn this down. I'm going to turn it down slightly on this end. You can still hear it. Oh, I guess not. So y'all can't hear me. With BK, you couldn't just hear me while I was talking?
Oh, snap. I didn't even know you were talking. Okay.
So yeah, I don't think you could hear me with the sound bowls. When I play the sound bowls, let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yep.
All right. I bet. So we'll leave it like this then. All right, so we're gonna do our breath work. Y'all know box breathing. So it's gonna be a 4-second inhale in which we're feeling the positive energy, all that empowering energy entering our body. We're gonna hold for 4 seconds, and then we're gonna do a 4-second exhale, and we're releasing all the negative energy. 4-second hold at the bottom, and bring it around. 4 full series, or 4 seconds. All right, so set your intentions before we begin. Set your intentions. Close your eyes in a safe place. Let's really embrace the next 60 seconds. Am I being muted?
I did that so you could you kind of can't hear it because it's so loud. So I was letting you finish. I was gonna cut it back on.
Oh, all right. So
after you,
if we can't hear it, then I don't even play. I'm not even gonna play it.
You could hear it. Just finish out what you're saying, and then I just unmute it.
All right. So should I? But I got to talk during the breath work.
Oh yeah. I guess I don't know how it sounds because we didn't do it yet. But it's worked all the other time.
It's clipping. Yeah, we don't need no music. We don't need no sound bowls. Don't even worry about it.
Okay.
Don't even worry about it. All right. Let's do our 4-second inhale. All right. 4-second inhale. Ready. Begin. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. All right, on this last one, we're going to get a lot of positive energy. All right, set the tone, get a lot of positive energy. Inhale, ready, go. Hold. Hold that positive energy in and release the rest of that negative. Release any remaining negative energy in your body. Go. Hold. All right. We are now circulating positive energy throughout. Y'all know what we come here to do, man. Elevate on purpose, challenging our standards to become the best leaders we can become that are needed now more than ever, challenging ourselves to grow into the people we need to grow into, to be to have more perseverance, to have more courage, to have more confidence in going after these audacious goals that we set for ourselves as we strive to live in harmony, right? To live in harmony and achieve this greater peace, all right? Strength and honor, onward and upward. When I say get to that bag, it's all the little things that I put in air quotes because it's all the things that are going to ultimately accumulate into us living in our purpose as we strive for purposeful abundance and make that impact on the world that we like to call our personal legend. So you got to back into it. Figure out what it is that you want to achieve in this world. Figure out what's the destination. And then we can figure out what are the things that we need to focus on that can serve as a compass, guardrails, directions in order to get to that point. So the things that I like to focus on: peace, love, happiness, health, wealth, and in everything we do, integrity. And of course, we got to add that balance. And BK, I'm going to let you finish us out. Muted.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah, but it sounds big basic, not coming through the mic.
Oh, here we go.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, so definitely, it's Monday. Attack the day, attack the week, close out the year strong. And like our principles and our foundation is in this podcast that we always have is just overall, we're just looking for people to be good people. Regardless of what size of the fence you on, regardless of what your opinion is, we just looking to be good people and just continue to spread love, spread positivity, and just continue to move things along and chasing your goals back in, like Dak says.
That's it. Shout out to Tank, man.
Shout out to Big
Tank with
Tank.
us, man. Continue to tap in. We'll make sure that we continue to make it as entertaining as possible and informative as possible.
Sure.
So, Conjuro, beautiful. Definitely appreciate y'all. Robert, appreciate you.
Thank you.
Let's keep it going. Do we have anything? Hold on. Okay, so Unc giving us something on. All we have to do is start looking at what's going on in Venezuela. Trinidad has a lot of warships around it right now. Yeah, we definitely need to start covering that. We'll definitely stay on top of that, Unc. One love. Let's get it. Smile at each other and lend a hand like a gentleman again. That's a fact, man. Let's start helping each other out.
Just that.
Finn wrote, attitude reflects leadership, Captain. I got to say it from the Remember the Titans. Attitude reflects leadership. Stand on principle. Have the bravery to call out the evil and speak the truth. Have the conviction to defend the innocent and the courage to protect the vulnerable. Love that. Love that.
For sure.
All right, Big Bro wrote, let's focus our efforts on making this a great day for ourselves and those around us. Control your emotions to control your thoughts, behaviors, and legacy. Strength and honor. Appreciate you all. Anthony said this was good, guys. Unc wrote, one love, family. It was a wonderful show. May peace be with everyone. May peace be with everyone. May the devil never see you coming and never see you leaving if you believe in that. Good human beings, yes. Yeah, y'all are showing love, man. On that note, Unc wrote the alien. AMJ, appreciate the love. Yo, we'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Yo, have an amazing day. Set the tone on the week, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good one.